News alert, everybody. Flappy Birds has gone the way of the dodo.
He just tweeted out, I think it was yesterday, he says, I'm going to pull the game in 18 hours. I've had it with this. I just can't take this anymore. So what he was referring to is probably the fact that he had ripped this game from Nintendo.
Yeah, there's a lot of similar assets and everything, right?
Yeah, the piping on the game, really, the piping looks very Mario-like.
Yeah, I'm going to go against the grain here.
Sure.
And I'm going to say I think the guy's a genius because he avoids a Nintendo lawsuit.
Sure.
All those people that were going to delete the game because it sucked will now probably hold on to it because it's not available anymore, and scarcity drives demand.
Yes.
I was inspired by this guy's enthusiasm, and I don't know if we can show the 1A graphic, but I started to try to make my own Flappy Birds idea for a game. Well, it's using the bird to go through. This is called Flappy Bird Centipede Edition.
Yeah. Activision, you know, the company that makes games you don't play.
I do know them.
Says that Destiny, their new title, which is also in conjunction with the Halo makers, will be the best-selling original video game ever.
What?
That's right.
How can they make a statement like that? Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Activision, first-person shooter.
Sure.
Check.
Bungie. Yeah.
Check. Spacey, futuristic theme. Check.
But
this is going to be a billion-dollar idea.
But if you break down what this headline really is, it's game company says their game will sell billions. It's coming out, I think, August 2017, August of this year. What's the release date? I think August 1st is what they said. But as you said, it has anything to do with EA?
There are a lot of awesome weapons in Destiny. It's got a sweet talent
All right,
tree.
so get the hell out of this out of the way.
Well, I'll tell you what. If EA is not involved, at least the servers will work.
There we go. I just wanted to make sure we had that. I wanted to give AI the chance to get that. Another bullshit study on violent video games affecting our youths.
Oh.
And I did say,
Again?
first off, these girls aren't playing the games cited in the study that says in-depth research into the behavior about 100 13 and 14-year-olds found overexposure to violent video games weakened empathy for others.
Well, and how many people were in the study, Paul?
100.
Oh, wow,
But
that's a huge sample group to draw a conclusion from.
Here's the problem. Every time you read one of these studies, it always is just like may.
Yeah.
They always say may.
Look, I played video games most of my life, and it is not because of the video games that makes me want to just choke my girlfriend when she walks in front of the TV. It's because she walks in front of the TV when I'm playing God of War.
And here's something that I think...
She should know better.
Well, yes, but...
What's she thinking? God, I wish I had more moral maturity.
Say you're playing NHL 2006, which I don't believe anybody on this planet is doing at this moment.
I don't play it because I'm afraid I'll fall through the ice.
Okay, so say you're playing... Again, let's go to Ni no Kuni, because I don't know if you can work off that.
How can you pinpoint games as the reason for it alone, just because you know almost any kid born in the last 20 years have played a game at once in their childhood?
Well, J.A., let me ask you a question. Do you know what the video game that was being played during the Crusades?
Yeah, the game in the Crusades is called Christianity.
Oh, yeah. That was a hard one to level, by the way. That was a hard one to level.
But I do think...
God mode didn't even work.
When does this stop, though? I mean, sooner or later, when do you stop? I guess as long as you have researchers, as long as you have the internet, you're going to always hear about these things. All right, we got to move along.
Yeah, we're running out of time already.
Believe it or not, we only have 25 more minutes to talk about video games. Bananas.
Okay. All right.
and.Slash, a robot game, is being released to the market on Friday.
Okay.
Here's a little sneak glimpse of this game. It's a really cool-looking indie game. Well, it is pre-alpha.
Yeah, it is pre-alpha, but I think what the story is that it takes place in the future.
Correct.
Where individuality is like you could be destroyed. You're a robot, right? You could be destroyed, and then this dude comes out with a heart symbol, and he's kind of like violating the rules of society because love. That's what love does, by the way, because you will do things for love that make absolutely no sense socially, economically, morally.
So this game comes out on Valentine's Day?
Well, the Kickstarter, starts on Friday.
We'll pick this story back up on Friday. Set your VCRs.
To be continued, like an episode of 24. That's right. Bowery's back. Is Telltale making broken games?
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
well, yes, they are then.
Yes, they are, guys. Now, this comes from New Gamer. Not to be confused with us, but this is newgamer.com. Actually, a really interesting story.
I've had less bugs with Telltale Games than I have with Warner Games.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not had. Am I the only person that's gone through the Xbox Walking Dead game with no bugs? Because I didn't have any.
Walking Dead has been great.
It was interesting when the story was put out in the comment section about how many problems they've had with the game, saying that they've had frame rate issues.
Yeah, audio glitches.
Saves is the big one. I think this is something where people have had problems with saves.
Well, the same thing with Catholicism, too.
Yeah, the article in summation said Telltale has these bugs in their games, yet they're taking on a Game of Thrones game.
Yeah, they have like 4 titles.
Yeah, there's 4 titles in development. Maybe they should step back a little bit and fix some of the bugs in their games.
Is that what you think?
Well, I mean, to me, I've only played the Wolves Among Us and a little bit, or Wolves Among Us the first episode, and Walking Dead, a little bit of The Walking Dead. I couldn't tell you a problem with Wolves Among Us.
If they have all these bugs and glitches, how did they win Game of the Year last year for The Walking Dead?
Because it really wasn't that buggy. Again, I'm Paul, he's Todd. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks so much, guys.